Welcome to Markets Now. Dave Chatterton with Strategic Farm Marketing joining us. And Dave, down day in grains and cattle futures. It felt pretty risk off in the grains. Were we seeing report hangover? I know the dollar was higher, but what combined to pressure that market?
Yeah, Michelle, I think the dust settling on the report that we had Thursday. Of course, we went through the 3-day weekend here, and a little correction of what we had on Friday's rally, and particularly in the feed grains here, or particularly in the corn and the row crops, I should say. But we're in a situation where the market felt a little bit heavy late in the day. We did come back some on the corn and had a decent close. But I think when traders look ahead here, we're looking at a situation where those missing acres have really been the debate. When the USDA dropped 6.3 million acres on Thursday out of the principal crops, so that they were not going to get planted. And of course, we had a corn number that came in, a corn acreage number that came in below expectations. But as we look historically, we don't have to look any further than last year to find a quarterly report, or excuse me, the reports on the planting intentions from March to June, where we saw a 2 million acre increase in corn from March to June. So there is historical precedent for us to claw a few of those acres back as we go forward. So I think that definitely is on the traders' minds here as we look forward today. It's one of the things that we kind of were left scratching our heads about after the data came out on Thursday.
Yeah. We also had a big down day and imploded in the cattle market, and we continue to see high path avian influenza, not only in dairy cattle, but now maybe even in humans. And so that kind of tanked that market.
Yeah, it was a really interesting day in the livestock, particularly in the cattle. We came off, this morning a little bit lower. We worked our way all the way back, traded, slightly in the green, kind of fell back a little bit at midday. And then there was a story that hit late in the session from the Washington Post talking about a person in Texas who had contracted the avian flu from contact with dairy cattle. And that sent the market into a little bit of a panic, had a bunch of selling and a big flush late in the day. Now, details on that still lacking. The authorities are still telling us that the risk to humans is low. The only symptoms in this particular individual were that he had, I guess he had, red and watery eyes. But,
Right.
the market is obviously sensitive to this topic, Michelle, and something that we're going to, I think,
Yeah.
have to be dealing with, in the next several weeks here and kind of vetting out.
Well, hopefully cooler heads will prevail. Thanks for joining us, Dave Chatterton with Strategic Farm Marketing. We'll have more on Dave.